Right now, let's turn our attention to the really important story of the day. Not really. Meghan. Meghan's got a podcast out, Duchess of Sussex. I think she paid 18 million quid for this podcast, and it's finally come out. Let's talk to Angela Levin, royal biographer, of course, biographer of Prince Harry. And let's be honest, Angela, you and I, we're not Meghan's biggest fans, are we?
Well, I try and be fair, but she rubs me the wrong way because how she behaves is absolutely extraordinary.
She does make it hard. She makes it hard for us. Well, look, some clips have been put out this podcast, and is it Archetypes? It's Archie is their son. I love that they want privacy for their children and they name everything after their kid. Is it the Archetypes, the proper pronunciation podcast? It's supposed to be an interview with Serena Williams, but apparently a lot of it's about her. Let's have a little listen to something she has to say about ambition.
So I don't ever remember personally feeling the negative connotation behind the word ambitious until I started dating my now husband. And apparently ambition is a terrible, terrible thing for a woman, that is, according to some.
Again, victim. And that's rather typical of Meghan, isn't it, in terms of, everyone's having a go at me for being ambitious. Has she got a point?
The thing is, actually, she had every possible aid and help and offer to do good work with the Commonwealth all round. Still not enough. But it's not the ambition that gets you happy within the royal family. It's a sense of duty. It's a sense of working together. It's a sense of supporting the Queen. She doesn't go there to show how clever she is. It's done sort of quietly. Catherine has done wonders with her helping with mental health issues and also talking about very young children. If you catch them young and help the mothers, then it makes a big difference to the community. All those are very important. It's not to put her on a pedestal, but nothing's ever enough. And in her, she tries to become like everybody who's wealthy. She's got to attach herself to them. Serena Williams worked really, really hard to get to where she is. She's done very well. Meghan has married a prince. She's also done very well.
She was a two-bit actress. I mean, anyone who's seen her in Suits, I mean, good Lord, the acting career wasn't going to go much further, if you ask me. Yeah. Let's also listen to another little clip. I'd like to apologise because this is a bit longer. I'm sorry to do this to you folks. But it's worth hearing in full what she had to say about an incident that happened, remember, in South Africa, when she was saying, nobody ever asked about me, and how terrible her life was after spending the day with girls who'd been gang raped. I mean, obviously we all had to ask Meghan how she was pregnant, married to a prince. No, I don't think she wasn't pregnant then. She newly had a baby. But this is what she had to say about an incident that happened when she was in South Africa.
The moment we landed, we had to drop him off at this housing unit that they had us staying in. He was going to get ready to go down for his nap. We immediately went to an official engagement. Finished the engagement, we get in the car and they say, there's been a fire at the residence. What? There's been a fire in the baby's room. What? Our amazing nanny, Lauren, she was supposed to put Archie down for his nap, and she just said, you know what? Let me just go and get a snack downstairs. Let me just bring him with me before I put him down. In that amount of time that she went downstairs, the heater in the nursery caught on fire. He was supposed to be sleeping in there. Everyone's in tears. Everyone's shaken. And what did we have to do? Go out and do another official engagement. I said, this doesn't make any sense.
Sorry,
the show must go on.
Angela, she had to go to, wait a minute, she had to go to work after something that happened that didn't actually affect her. There was basically a fire in a heater in South Africa. I mean, I've been to South Africa quite a few times. What are you doing having a heater on anyway, and a fire breaking out in a room that her son wasn't in? And then, outrageously, she had to go and do another engagement.
Yeah, but you see, she, as an actress, she would know the show has to go on. If she was a politician, she would have to go on. If you had to go to a school meeting and about another child, you have to go on. We all have things where it might be ghastly, but you have to move on. I thought the whole thing was very old-fashioned as well, about women, and she started off with a boring thing about when she was 11, how she changed it with Procter & Gamble and made them say people rather than women. That's never been proven. And also, there's no sign of this fire. It wasn't reported. I can't imagine all those journalists who were out there had no idea that this, had happened. It just...
And it didn't come up with Oprah Winfrey. They've never mentioned it, and they've never mentioned it at all in, 2 years?
Yeah. It's one of Meghan's truths, not the real truth, I think.
Recollections may vary, as the Queen once said.
Yes.
The thing about this podcast, I mean, the reality is it's a huge sum of money that she's been paid, same as with Netflix paying a fortune for this behind-the-scenes fly-on-the-wall documentary. And frankly, these organisations would like something for their money, please.
Yes, it's very tedious. I made myself listen to it.
So we didn't have to.
But it was also very giggly. It was, oh my gosh. You think, for please, And then she said at the end, she was interviewed, dressed very, very smartly, saying, I wanted to do this so people would see the real me, not through a lens of the media. Well, I think she's come across worse than when she's been through the media, I'm afraid.
Damning words from Angela Levin, royal biographer. Thank you very much.